my kids' birthday parties, play dates, their father. But you know what? I do surprisingly well on dating apps, and I think it's because my profile says that I don't want kids. Then they find out it's because I have 4. I know 4 sounds like a lot, and it is, but I love being a mom. You know what they say about having kids? It's a lot like making pancakes. First one's kind of fucked up. Probably should have thrown it away. As far as I know, it's still legal to laugh at that joke. But I think having kids is a lot more like eating pancakes. You always regret having your 4th one. In case you guys were wondering, none of my pancakes like that joke. And I live here in Santa Monica, and I had to evacuate during the fire. But you know what? It was the quickest I've ever gotten all of my kids in the car. Yeah. You know what? And when you have to evacuate, you really learn what's important to you. You know, I took my dogs, my daughter took the photo albums, and my son Jasper took his mom. But you know what? This has really changed the way I parent. You know, we used to sit down at the table and say grace, and now we say fuck it. Even with my 20-year-old son, I used to be like, when are you going to stop smoking weed? And now I'm like, when are you going to come home with weed? Yeah. You know, when you have 4 kids, they always think you have a favorite, you know? And I'm like, that is ridiculous. I mean, I love all my children. I don't like any of them. Anyways, my favorite son, Jackson, just moved back home with me. Yeah, and it's made it so much easier for me to hit on his friends. Don't worry, he's in his 20s, they're legal. But you know what, having an adult child live with you is a real role reversal. I mean, when all of my kids were teenagers, I walked in on all of them masturbating and having sex. Oh, it happened to you, didn't it?
No, I have 7-year-olds.
Is there something you need to get out of your chest? We're supposed to teach by example, but maybe not that yet. Anyway, so when my kids were teenagers, you know, I walked in on all of them masturbating or having sex. But the other day, my son Jackson walked in on me and my boyfriend, and I was so embarrassed because my sex swing was on backwards. But you know what? That's what you get when you're one of those psychos who knocks while you're entering. Yeah. But you know what? It's been great being back home, actually. He shares so much with me now. Like the other day, he told me that every girl he's ever been with has asked him to choke her. And I was so shocked. I told one of my girlfriends about it. She was like, did you tell him that was okay? And I was like, the choking part or the telling me about it part? So it's February, guys. Yay, February. Yeah, it's a rough start to the new year, but you know what? Valentine's Day is coming up. I know all you guys are super excited, right? Yeah. Yeah, guys, are you excited? Yeah. I'm finding that hard to believe. It's because you're on a date, right? I'm actually excited about Valentine's Day this year, and I'm hoping it goes better than it did last year. Last year I broke up with my boyfriend on Valentine's Day. This guy showed up at my house with a half-eaten box of chocolates, a wilted rose, and told me he wanted to take me out for one drink. At which point he told me that I was too masculine. And I was like, fine, I'm just going to take my dick and leave. After I left, I had to sage my entire body to get that off of me. Because, you know what, I'm a little bit new agey, I have to admit it. But I'm also practical. Like, you know, I have crystals for my anxiety, and I take Xanax. And I get my house feng shui just in case it works, and I take Xanax. And I have a ton of Buddhas in my house. Did I mention I snort Xanax? You know what? No one ever tells you when you become a mom that you're actually giving birth to your biggest critic. Did you guys know that? And my kids critique dinner like they're Gordon Ramsay on Hell's Kitchen. They'll be like, this sucks, that's crap, and you look like shit. And that's just when we go to Nobu, right? But you know what? I think it's important to take the high road and teach by example with kids. Like the other day, my 13-year-old daughter was like, you have a flat butt. And I was like, well, that may be true, but it's better than having a flat chest, nerd. Yeah, kids. Does anybody still have a New Year's resolution that they've kept?
No.
No one. You've given up. You just throw it in the towel, It's February, it's over. Yeah, me neither, really. But you know what? I feel like New Year's resolutions, it's kind of like when you tell your first boyfriend you love him, you really mean it, but 2 weeks later you're giving his best friend a hand job under the bleachers, Somebody's actually done that, I think. But you know what? The reason I think New Year's resolutions don't work is because, everyone's always doing something that they're taking out of their life. Like no carbs, no more drinking. And I think it's like so much easier to add something back to your life that gives you joy. So you can do more of it. So this year I'm going to dance, I'm going to sing, and I'm going to call my mom a cunt. Yeah, for 30 years I thought I had anxiety. It turns out I just need to stop talking to my mom. But in my defense, I'm from the South, and Southerners are so nice to your face. Yeah, that's right. In the South, we are very good at backhanded compliments, and I grew up with them, so you know what? They don't bother me. Like, recently I ran into a friend I grew up with in the grocery store, and she was like, Margaret, oh my God, you're up so early for a drunk. And I just laughed it off, and then I slept with her husband. And my mom is like a true Southern belle, and she is the worst with the backhanded compliments. She'll be like, oh my God, bless your soul, you look so cute, I didn't even recognize you. Yeah. She turned 80 recently, and I was like, I don't know what to get her for her birthday. What do you get an 80-year-old woman who never leaves her house? So I just got her some cyanide, What? Her body, her choice, you guys, Oh boy. Yeah, parents are rough. God, I hope my kids don't talk about me like that someday. It'll be painful. What else to tell you guys about? So I turned 50 this year. Yeah. And people are surprised I don't lie about my age, but I'm okay with it. I like being 50. Now, if you tell me I look like I'm 50, I'll have to fight you. And some people don't like their birthday because it just makes them feel older, but I really enjoyed it. I felt like I'm still young, I'm still vibrant, I'm still dating 26-year-olds. Yeah. But you know what? I've been trying to be really romantic with these guys. So I write them all poetry, especially for Valentine's Day. Would you like to hear my poem? Yeah? All right. Roses are red, violets are blue. I'm twice your age, but I'll buy an Xbox for you. I have been a little concerned. I bought 11 Xboxes this year. None of them were for my children. Fun fact, they call it an Xbox because all of my exes have one. You know what? There is one thing about getting older that scares me. It's old ladies' hands. My mom sent me a picture of her hand the other day, and it was so pale and veiny, for a second I thought it was a dick pic. Yeah. Speaking of dick pics, a guy sent me the dick pic the other day, and he was like, baby, it's just for you. And I was like, oh, it's just for me and all my girlfriends and all my gay friends and that one chatty barista. Yeah. But you know what? I don't feel like I've been getting enough dick pics lately, so I like to give my number out at shows. Would you guys like to hear it? Yeah. Somebody gonna write it down? Cute. You write it down for me. It's 8675309. You remember that number? Yeah. You guys can sing with me. All right. 8675309. 8675309. I'll scroll through your dick pics while I drink my wine. 8675309. I don't really think your boyfriend will mind. 8675309. Yeah, go, buddy.
It's not karaoke yet.
Yeah, it's karaoke every day for me. I'm Maggie Hyde. Thank you guys for listening.